Hey, welcome back to another episode of Johnscryptotherapy. Today we're going to look at Ecomi. We'll see exactly if we could get into more trades, how the market's moving, and the dynamic of the market. So guys, if you are excited and you are ready for this lesson, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. So let's get right into it. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to go to the daily chart, work our way down, go to the higher time frame, work our way down, see exactly what structure is doing. So this right here is my long-term plan, my projection for price, okay? So we are in a descending wedge. We are expecting price to go a little bit higher before a decrease of value. If prices do break this range, then of course we're going to be looking for a breakout retest and continuation of price. But that is not the case right now. We're looking at smaller scale. We're seeing what structure is doing. And when we look at this on the small scale, what is price really doing? So on the small scale, on the daily, we are seeing this symmetrical triangle being formed. Symmetrical triangle is another information for us to show us price does not know what to do. The buyers and the sellers are fighting each other, not really deciding what price wants to do, okay? So what we can anticipate is if prices do break towards the upside, we take the length of this right here, and when it breaks up to the upside, we can kind of see it does go towards that range that I'm looking for a reversal to the downside. So if we do see that, that'll be awesome. But in order for us to get to that level, we need to see key levels of 0.0010 broken, and of course the major level right now that is 0.00097-ish. So that means we need to see those broken before we decide price is going to go higher. So that is what we're seeing on the higher time frame. Great confirmation what price is trying to do, but we want to see a pullback before prices go lower, okay? Simple as it is, okay? So that is how we keep it simple into our trading. So now we're going to go from the daily to the 4-hour and understand what price is doing on the smaller scale. So on the smaller scale, what we wanted to see, guys, is we wanted to see price come back to the all-time highs of 0.0009. Okay, so we really wanted to see this level be hit. We wanted to see a wick rejection to the downside and price fool a lot of people and then go back up. What really happened? We're going to talk about it. This is a great experience for all of us to really learn, okay? So where did the price really initially start in order to hit these all-time 3 highs? Well, you could kind of see where it started from. It's the very bottom here. We wanted to go from the bigger picture now. We went to the medium picture, and of course you go to the small picture. The medium picture does look like it broke towards the downside, and what this shows us is potentially price could go to order block level, then price can continue back to the downside. Because what is truly being held right here, guys, is this very low. So this is a low, what's really holding on to value to show us, hey, price is still in a bullish climax. So we still have time to see price going towards the upside. So what we notice as traders is this is very simple, guys. And I'm going to be showing you this right here. You could have looked at this like a little channel right here. This channel, what it was trying to do is build a lot of liquidity right underneath. Once we've seen this wick taking out this liquidity underneath, a lot of people would have looked to buy. This is the wrong way to think because the order block is going to be a little bit more secure for us to take a better entry position, okay? Once you look at this order block right here, we do have confirmation when we look right of structure, prices do come back to that level. And a lot of people say, hey, John, the wick came down, this order block didn't really hold a lot of significant value. Yes, guys, this is a smaller order block. This is a smaller box towards the upside. What initiated this longevity move towards the upside started from the bottom over here, the bottom of this structure. That means no matter what, I'm anticipating, even if prices go to the down lows right here of 0.00082, until it doesn't cross over, technically speaking, we can see prices going towards the upside once again. So what I'm looking for is I already got into some buys. I just kept it simple. When you take this level and you cross it over towards your left-hand side, what do we notice? This is a major level where there's a lot of key resistance and supports being shown to us. The other most important thing, there's a lot of wick rejections. That means if I know what price is trying to do, it is trying to fake out a lot of people. It wanted to do it here, but we didn't get that structure. We didn't get that wick, then a price go towards the upside. We didn't get that. But what do we get now? We get the structure now. That means no matter what, even with these high-end wicks showing us it's taking away liquidity, it's taking away a lot of orders, there's still a high probability now the price is still going to tap to the upside. And what it basically means, this top end range right here, roughly around 0.0009-ish, might not be tapped in anymore. Because why? We went to the higher time frame and we found out we're in this beautiful symmetrical triangle. That means for us as great traders or trying to be great traders, we want to take major profits exactly around this trend line. Until this trend line is broken and retested, then we will look for a stronger move towards the upside. We were waiting patiently throughout this week for one of these to dip into one of our key value levels, then see prices going towards the upside. What it failed to do, it was creating a lot of liquidity, guys. That is the problem. Because it was creating a lot of liquidity, it took us out, then continued to the upside. The great news is I did not enter in any trades. Now I have just entered into a trade off of a breakout retest confirmation. And what we did to keep it simple was a break of structure and change of character structure trade, okay? Very, very easy to understand and keeping it all simple, okay, guys? So the context of this is price is still going towards the upside and we're waiting for the lows of this broken. So I would say 0.00082 is the last structure. If it is broken with the confirmation retest, we are looking bearish for this value. And because of this wick, what it just did is take out orders, came to a key level, looking left of structure, a beautiful level of support and resistance. In my mind, there's no doubt price could still continue to the upside. So what I'm looking for in a lower time frame, look for your break of structure, change of character, and entry module. Then get into your trades and see price go towards the upside. But we're not targeting the highs anymore. We're targeting the trend lines because why? The trend line is a key level of resistance. And if we cannot break that, price is going to continue to the downside. The other cool thing is if you looked at this like this, guys, and I like to keep it very simple. Trading is supposed to be very simple. So right here, we do have a symmetrical triangle. The symmetrical triangle, a smaller scale, wanted to break up. This pattern typically happens when prices fail at a key level to break. So when I noticed price was in this range and we seen the break towards the downside, there was a fulfillment that price was going to fill towards the downside. And take a look exactly where it fills to, exactly to the bottom. Once again, when it came to the bottom, we knew, yes, it took away the order block, but we came into another order block right here, plus a key level of support and resistance. So that means we still have validation price could go towards the upside. Now I'm going to go to the 15-minute and show you exactly where I entered the market. So let's go into that. Once we're in the 15-minute, we're keeping everything simple. Now take a look at this structure right here. Broke towards the downside and we finally broke above that structure. And what we notice here, when prices broke towards the upside with a wick, we have confirmation. Now we can look for an order block and get into some amazing trades. Take a look exactly where the order block was filled on the red candle. We're looking from weak to strong hands exchange. Once we see that confirmation, you go to the 5-minute, you could go to a lower time frame and enter your trade towards the upside. What we anticipated within this move from the bottom towards the top, we can absolutely see a retracement of around 0.61, a golden pocket. Once we seen that retracement, we seen that confirmation, and this was a killer entry. And because it was a killer entry and we're going to work it all the way back, is because we understand we're at a key level. We took away liquidity, and this was the bottoms that created the tops, knowing that the pressure came from the down here low. So that means there's still high probability that we're still going towards the upside. If prices break once again this amazing symmetrical triangle towards the downside, and we take away this low, 0.00082-ish, this is going to be invalid, and that means guess what's going to happen? We're going to get a dramatic move towards the downside, and the symmetrical triangle is showing me if it doesn't break towards the upside and we don't get this selling position, what could happen is price breaking towards the downside, and if it does break towards the downside, we can see new lows. So this is the way I'm looking at it. The symmetrical triangle is still in play, and we're waiting patiently to see what price is typically doing.